This is your video on how to make the perfect scrambled eggs. Weirdly, the most requested piece of content from my clients could have been anything, but this is the thing that keeps coming up again and again. And I promised it late last year, so finally, you're getting it. You will need a little bit of olive oil, butter, eggs. That's it. So some people would say to whisk the eggs first. We don't do that. Just gonna put a little bit of oil in, stop it sticking, and you need a high quality pan. We actually bought this pan specifically because the old pan that we used to use to make this meal, the eggs kept sticking on the bottom. So a high quality non-stick pan, because your number one goal is to prevent the eggs from sticking at any point during the cooking process. Eggs in the pan, just like that. You don't need to do anything else. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in to start. You don't have to do this, but I like to do it for that chefy flair. Bonus garlic mushrooms content. Who can be fucked with actual garlic on a Saturday night? The biggest mistake people make with scrambled eggs is they overcook them and then they end up rubbery and not very nice. So timing is everything. We've got a few other things on the go and I will do the eggs last. So garlic mushrooms, Linda McCartney sausages and bacon in the oven. And then I'm gonna half cook the bread into slightly toast so that when everything else is nearly done, then we do the eggs, and the bread just takes 30 seconds to a minute to be ready to serve the eggs onto. Hope I got that on camera. Okay, so we're nearly there. Another few minutes and everything will be nearly ready, and then we are gonna start on the eggs. I would also highly recommend a few generous cracks of black pepper in there, but no salt. Everything else that you eat with scrambled egg tends to be salty. Smoked salmon, bacon, sausages, all of that. Don't need to add salt. Not the focus of today's video, but looks good, right? All right, let's fire. To start off, we're gonna put it on maximum heat to get the pan warm. Then as soon as the egg starts going white, that's when we turn the heat down to a moderate heat and just keep stirring it. Now, while it is heating up, I like to now break the eggs up a little bit, just so get the heat moving around the pan a little bit more. Remember, the goal is not to let the egg stick. You can always add more heat, you can't take it away. So if you're doing other things whilst you're also doing scrambled eggs, like for example, the toast is ready and you need to butter it, take the pan off the heat just for a minute, attend to the other thing, and then put the pan back on when you're ready to give it the attention it needs. As you can see, it's starting to go white. It's quite a lot of pressure, I hope I get it right. I'm gonna leave the heat high for just another 10-15 seconds, then I'm gonna turn it down. When the egg starts sticking to the spoon, good sign that it's the right point to turn it down. And then just keep stirring. You just gotta keep stirring. Clearly a little bit too high, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. See how important it is to have a good pan. Also, did not factor for this being much harder with one hand. When it feels like it's getting a bit aggressive, there is absolutely nothing wrong with just taking it off the heat for a little bit, stirring it around and making sure it's not sticking before you put it back on. The residual heat is going to keep cooking it whilst it's off the heat anyway. Okay, we're nearly there. As you can see, it's slightly undercooked, but it's definitely getting there. So I'm just going to put it back on the heat and then finish it. When it looks nearly done, but not quite, take it off the heat. like I said, it's going to keep cooking anyway. Felt that it's done. So we need to stop the cooking process. The way you do that is with some cold fat. So butter is what I like to use. Olive oil or another oil would work as well, but I would say a little knob of butter, or we use like snide Aldi knockoff butter spread, but same difference. Just something to stop the cooking process, like 10 grams or so of that will do that trick. Stir it through. I'm gonna serve everything and then I will show you the finished product.